Welcome to Car That Car, and today we're going to take a look at one of the weirdest, the boldest, and the most misunderstood cars Subaru has ever made, the Subaru SVX. And as always, I'm going to include images of ones that are currently for sale so you can see the condition, pricing, and just how wild this car looks in the wild. And I'm in the middle of a thunder, lightning, crazy rainstorm, so we'll see how far we get. All right, so picture this. It's the early 1990s. Subaru is known for rugged wagons and quirky 4x4s, but they want to change the game. They want a halo car, something to prove they can do more than just snow machines. So they bring in legendary Italian designer Giorgetto Giugiaro, the man behind the DeLorean DMC-12, the Lotus Esprit, the BMW M1, and they tell him, go nuts. The result? The Subaru SVX, yes, simply known as the SVX here in the States. From the jump, this car didn't look like anything else. Smooth, flowing lines, a teardrop silhouette, and of course, those signature window within a window design. Yeah, those funky side windows, they weren't just for aesthetics either. They were actually meant to reduce wind buffeting when the windows were down at speed. It was like a poor man's McLaren F1, if the F1... I guess if it had cup holders and a Subaru badge, I guess. So it first hit showrooms in 1991 as a 1992 model. Under the hood, you got Subaru's biggest and most advanced engine to date, the EG33, a 3.3-liter flat-six boxer engine, naturally aspirated, making 230 horsepower, 228 pound-feet of torque. It was smooth, it was powerful, and surprisingly refined for the era. And paired with Subaru's all-wheel drive system, the SVX was made for high-speed touring. Maybe not canyon carving, exactly. But here's where things got dicey. The Subaru SVX only came with a 4-speed automatic transmission, no manual option, and unfortunately, those automatics were known for overheating and failing under stress. Many SVX owners from the 90s remember either replacing the transmission or just watching it slowly die. Now, inside, the SVX was a revelation for Subaru. There wasn't just your basic Outback interior. You had plush leather, a two-tone dashboard, power everything, and a layout that felt way more like a Lexus than a Legacy. The digital climate control, the sweeping cockpit design, and even the color-matched seatbelts added to that high-end vibe. But luxury came at a cost, literally. The SVX launched at around $24,000 in the early 90s. That's like $50,000 in today's money. And despite being an impressive machine, people weren't ready to spend that kind of cash on a Subaru sports coupe with no manual transmission. So sales struggled. Subaru only moved around 14,000 units in the U.S. over a 6-year run. And by 1997, the SVX just quietly disappeared. No farewell tour, no special editions. It was just gone. And today, the SVX lives on as one of those cult classics that flies under the radar. And depending on your tolerance for risk, or your skill with a wrench, I guess, you can grab one for pretty cheap. Projects pop up sometimes around $3,000, while cleaner examples, especially with low miles and some transmission upgrades, can go for $10,000, $15,000, and I've even seen more. And as you're watching, I'm showing you real listings that are up for sale right now. Some are showroom kept, some need a little TLC, but every single one is a conversation starter. So, who is the SVX for today? Me. I've always wanted one. I almost bought one. I should have. But other than me, it's for the enthusiast who wants something different, something with Italian style, that Japanese engineering, and a backstory that screams misunderstood legend. Total underdog. It's not the most reliable, but it's got heart, and it still, to me, looks like the future. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments, would you daily drive an SVX, or is it just a collector's dream that's better left parked? And if you like these deep dives, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time with another car that deserves a second look. And maybe I'll come driving up in an SVX, or that transmission. Maybe I'll be pushing up an SVX.